With so much media playing in our faces all the time, every day, politicians playing in our faces, one thing I have absolutely no patience for at all, and haven't for a long time, but I definitely don't anymore, is Adam Schefter playing in our goddamn faces again. There is an Adam Schefter, Ian Rapoport beef a-brewing after Jim Harbaugh's firing led to contradictory reports from the two top NFL insiders. It started with Ian Rapoport for the NFL Network, where he's worked for a very long time, saying the Ravens parted ways with John Harbaugh, and among the reasons was they felt he lost the locker room, including, but not limited to, Lamar Jackson. Now let's check in on what Adam Schefter had to say when this report was given to him by Pat McAfee.
I don't think that information right there could be any less true. The players were coming to his office crying, hugging him, sending him goodbyes, calling him one by one. If they felt that way, why are Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely and all these players coming in, crying, hugging him, giving him these long, warm goodbyes? I'm not buying that.
I have been in the media for a long time. I have talked to a lot of players and coaches, and I am by no means an insider on the level of Schefter or Rapoport. But I do know that players can be sad to see someone go that they've worked with for a long time, to see their coach go, knowing that things are going to change, can be sad about that change, and also know that it's time for it to happen. The idea that some of these players may or may not have been upset about saying goodbye to John Harbaugh does not mean that he was running a great locker room. Two things can be true at once, and those two things can absolutely be true, and that's if what Adam Schefter is saying is true. But that's not the entirety of it. As Zevi says, here's where things get wicked. The NFL Network was bought by ESPN. They're just waiting on that to get government approval. And when that goes through, there will be competing NFL insiders working for the same company, essentially. This very much feels like Adam Schefter sort of marking his territory, especially because what Ian Rapoport was saying is in line with everything that has been sort of visibly observed, and especially because John Harbaugh kicked off this season by essentially chastising a reporter for asking him about going to visit a president who had trashed the city of Baltimore, the residents of Baltimore. Instead of reiterating his love for Baltimore and how loyal they have been to him and what it's meant to him to be a resident of Baltimore, he straight up said, I wouldn't ask the question that way, and went on a full rant about how great it was, how it was so wonderful for his whole family to be there, and how nice the president was to his mother, and how it's an honor, and he's rooting for the president just like he roots for his quarterback. So you know what? I think he might have lost the goddamn locker room, Adam. And I'm really tired of reporters, both in sports, politics, and elsewhere, acting like viewers and readers are too stupid to see what they're doing.